This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, that was certainly fun to watch on Mother's Day. Red Sox lose the opener to the Royals on Friday in extra innings, come back, win the next two. Lucas Giolito on Sunday, outstanding. Wilyer Abreu, yes, Wilyer Abreu, hits the longest home run of the season for the Red Sox early on. And then Rafael Devers on a tear of late says, you know what, hold my beer, and goes 440 to dead center. Red Sox win 3-1. As Lucas Giolito picks up his first victory since 2023. We welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer. I've covered amateur, college, minor league baseball, major league baseball on the radio and TV going back to 1997, the same year that Wally the Green Monster became the official mascot of the Boston Red Sox. And no, we are not the same age. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, the audio version with the podcast, free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to talk about Lucas Giolito working into the seventh inning, giving up just 2 base hits, and rebounding nicely from a rough outing last time out against the Texas Rangers. Raffy Devers, the Red Sox designated hitter, in case you didn't read that headline recently, hitting a 2-run home run. He's been on a tear now in the month of May. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers on this Mother's Day Sunday, watching live with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Hit that comment button and join the Red Sox conversation. You can also give me a follow on the X at Lennox on Baseball. Latest Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com. Save 50% off on your first year. So Lucas Giolito, last time out, 3 2/3 innings, Tuesday at home against the Rangers, gave up 6 earned runs. Giolito, so much better on Sunday against KC in the rubber game of the 3-game set.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And maybe breathe just a bit of a sigh of relief because Lucas Giolito just dealt. Really did. First inning, 1, 2, 3, 16 pitches, struck out Bobby Witt Jr., struck out Vinny Pasquantino, and got India on a ground out. Red Sox got on the board first. And Bobby Abreu, why do I keep saying Bobby Abreu? Wilyer Abreu, I'm going to shock myself, and it's Carlos Narvaez if I get to that name later on. But Wilyer Abreu, 10th home run of the season, 430 in the 4th inning against Seth Lugo. And, actually, it tied the game at 1. My brain is not there. Abreu, 10 home runs on the season, 15 last year in 2024. Do you want to start making the case right now in almost mid-May on Mother's Day Sunday that Wilyer Abreu should be considered as an AL All-Star come July? I think you can start making that case. The run that the Royals got against Lucas Giolito, that was in the bottom of the 3rd. Abreu's home run, 1-1 game in the top of the 4th inning. Now, Giolito very easily could have gone a scoreless outing. Leadoff base hit to Waters in the 3rd inning. Luke Maile, a walk. Isbell dropping down a sacrifice. Giolito threw it away at 3rd base. Probably should have just gone right to first. It would have been 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. The run does score, but he was able to limit the damage. Came back. Still nobody out in that inning as the run came across. India reaches on a fielder's choice. They get the force out on Isbell. And then Bobby Witt Jr., a strikeout. Vinny Pasquantino, a ground out to short, inning over. And Will Middlebrook set it up nicely because Giolito, in the bottom of the 6th inning, India line out. Witt Jr. struck out for the 3rd time against Giolito. And Pasquantino flying out to center field. Will Middlebrook says, as Justin Wilson was starting to get ready, maybe he doesn't go the full 7th inning, but maybe he faces the first 2 right-handed batters and then gets a lefty batter. Well, in that 7th inning, Perez line out to short. Garcia struck out looking, and a great pitch right there. Giolito did an outstanding job establishing his fastball command, mixing in a terrific changeup. That's probably his number 2 pitch, and then the breaking ball, the curveball, and the slider, also effective pitches as well. So after he got the first 2 outs, Alex Cora out of the dugout, that pitch to Garcia for the strikeout, down at the knees on the outside corner, painted it perfectly. Wilson comes in, pinch hitter Marcana, first pitch, pop up, and the inning was over. So, Giolito, 6 2/3 innings. Again, that fastball command, a big part of why he had success in giving up just one earned run and 2 singles. That was it. Giolito, 6 2/3, 2 singles allowed, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 3 innings. And the 5 Ks, 7 ground ball outs, 8 outs in the air. And again, he struck out Bobby Witt Jr. 3 times. First win since he was with the Guardians in 2023. Remember, he pitched with 3 different teams in 2023. Missed all of last year, first year with the Red Sox. So after Giolito, Wilson does a nice job. As Wilson, 8th inning, strikes out Waters, strikes out Maile. Isbell reaches on an infield single. So then Greg Weissert comes out of the bullpen, and he faces the leadoff hitter, Jonathan India. And Weissert got the job done.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And for some reason, my microphone has been down the entire time here, or has it? Let me check the comment section here real quick. All right, we're okay. Just give me a thumbs up, G's World or Smoke Dog 1982, that you can hear me here. I'll continue. Mike went mute, but that was a little production element right there. So India against Weissert, and you wanted Weissert right there as he came on in relief of Wilson in the 8th inning and got India. Why was that the moment of the game as India pops out to the catcher Carlos Narvaez, for the final out of the inning? Because you had Bobby Witt Jr. looming on deck. You did not want Bobby Witt Jr. coming to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning with runners on base. Instead, Witt Jr. at the plate against Aroldis Chapman in the 9th inning. First pitch swinging, and he pops up to the first baseman Sogard, and that's the first out. Now things got a little interesting, and they got a little dicey as Pasquantino reached on the error by the second baseman Hamilton. Perez a single, but Garcia lined out to left to Duran. Duran made a heck of a play, and Will Middlebrooks, Nesson reference right there, our second, described it perfectly because that ball was coming down. It was knuckling. Duran did a nice job making the catch on the sinking liner. That was out number 2, and then Canna pops out to first base to Sogard for the final out of the game. Chapman, the save, is 6th on the year. And the error by Hamilton, that's a ground ball that play needs to be made 10 out of 10 times. He didn't make the play. He's in the lineup. He's got to get the job done there. But the Red Sox, as it got dicey in the 8th inning and then again in the bottom of the 9th inning, did not come through in the 8th inning. Narvaez a leadoff double. Cedar Rafaela drops down a bunt and moves the runner along. But Durant strikes out. Devers walked intentionally. Bregman struck out. And then in the 9th inning, a leadoff base hit by Wilyer Abreu. And then he's left stranded as Story, Sogard, and Hamilton were retired in order. But a good win and a good series win. You just went into Kansas City and took 2 out of 3 against probably the hottest team in baseball entering Friday, and they won in walk-off fashion in extra innings to take Game 1. Well-played series for the Red Sox. Take the finale 3-1. They win a low-scoring game. They win a game with Giolito making the start and going 6 2/3. And they do hit the home runs, Abreu and Raffy Devers. Devers now 12 RBIs in the month of May. Big number of the day coming in segment number 2. That involves Bobby Witt Jr. because the Red Sox pitchers, including Giolito on Sunday, doing an outstanding job keeping him and holding him in check throughout the series. Time for me to go to you. With us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, hit that comment button and join the conversation. Red Sox now on to Detroit. 3-game series underway with the Tigers beginning on Monday. G's World leads us off. Let's go. Big series win. Let's keep this going. This is where it has to keep going. It really does. You dropped 2 of 3 on the last homestand to start it off against the Twins. Then you win 2 out of 3 after dropping the series opener against the Rangers. Now you take 2 out of 3 from Kansas City. And again, the Royals do it with pitching. They get just enough offense. They'd given up 11 runs total during their recent win streak that was snapped on Saturday. Gave up the 10 spot on Saturday, and then blowout victory. Red Sox come back and win a low-scoring, close game 3-1. G's World, nice to see an outing like that from Giolito. Yeah, 100%. Also the boys holding down Witt Jr. Yeah, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts in the finale. Witt Jr. held in check. I'll have that, more on that, numbers of the day, coming up in our second segment. Dan, Dirty Water Series win. Devers is my DH. No, he's not, Dan. No, he's not. And you got my tone there. It was on purpose. Tongue-in-cheek, being sarcastic. He's our DH. He's the Red Sox DH right now. Right now. Because the door, even if it's just open a smidge, it's still open. But Dan, yes, he's the Red Sox DH. He's your DH. He's our DH right now because he's getting it done. And I gave tremendous credit to Rafael Devers. The 4-hit game, second of the season, after the meeting with John Henry and Alex Cora on Friday, comes out and just delivers in a big way. And that home run, I mentioned Abreu, longest home run of the season. That was until Rafael Devers went 440 to dead center field to break the 1-1 tie with the homer. Michael checking in. Let's hear it for the bullpen. Yeah, let's get into that. We'll do it right now, then we're going to hit a break. But the bullpen, again, solid. Keep up with it. Justin Wilson, in terms of guys that you're going to talk about on the roster for the Red Sox, is he number 25 or number 26? Maybe David Hamilton is 25 and Wilson is 26, but he did a great job. 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Weiser, a third of an inning, got the out. And then Chapman gave up a hit, didn't strike anybody out, 17 pitches, picks up the save. And even Friday with the extra inning loss, bullpen, was real good in the series overall. And just, again, that's part of it. Starting pitching, bullpen, and you don't want to wear out either side. It'll be interesting to see Giolito goes into the 7th inning, gets 2 outs in the 7th. How do they go with him next time out? And again, went to the 7th inning, threw 88 total pitches, 59 for strikes. But sometimes they're going to handle him a little bit more delicately and with kid gloves. But a terrific performance. You'll take that. 1 unearned run, and that unearned run with his error. 6 2/3, and just the 1 walk. And again, Red Sox pitching, it's not, I've talked about the Red Sox hitters not drawing enough walks. 1 walk for Giolito, Wilson, Weiser, and Chapman. Red Sox have been terrific, giving up 1 walk, no walks, 2 walks or less. They've been terrific, and that's been a great trend that maybe doesn't get enough mention from time to time. All right, Red Sox pick up the victory, a 3-1 win, and they win the series as well against the Kansas City Royals, who had entered red hot, but the Red Sox cooled them off just a bit. We do get into numbers of the day. We touched on the bullpen, and a couple of errors in this one for the Red Sox. Was it 2 or with just the 1? Yeah, 2 more. 4 in the it's 4 errors in the 2 victories. Playing with fire a little bit? A little bit. Got to take better care of the baseball. And when Giolito made his error, probably either go to first base or just hold on to the baseball. Probably could have gotten the out at first base, got to the ball quick enough, thought he had a shot at third. Tough play for Bregman. Throw it away. The run scored. Only run for Kansas City. Numbers of the day. More of your comments next. And our Locked On Red Sox postcast on this Mother's Day Sunday. Hope all the moms out there are doing well and enjoying their day and getting spoiled. Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by Monarch Money. Ever check your bank account and wonder, where'd all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment, easy to lose track. I've done it from time to time myself in our household. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is not just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all of your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So you stop just managing your money and you start building on your wealth. When you start using Monarch Money, you are going to soon realize just how much you are spending on food delivery. That might be one of the things that you notice. And with that knowledge, you may start budgeting smarter and saving more. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch to check your finances, track spending, and even plan your long-term goals. Managing money with your partner, never smoother. You can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without the financial stress. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off on your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB, and with that, 50% off, half off on your first year. Locked On Red Sox postcast also presented by Wonderful Pistachios. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios, one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fibers and better for you unsaturated fats to keep you feeling fuller longer. You are going to love the no-shell variety. Perfect grab-and-go snack for busy days, whether you're snacking at your desk, on a road trip, or just need a quick protein boost. They're always going to be your go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch, in-shell option, a classic favorite. The fact that Wonderful Pistachios is a complete protein, providing all 9 essential amino acids, how these little green wonders pack a protein punch. You're going to love it. No shell, Wonderful Pistachios for the grab-and-go ease, the satisfying crack of opening each shell. Snack meditation at its best. Whether you're running between meetings, dropping off the kids, Wonderful Pistachios, the snack that works as hard as you do. Get snacking, get cracking with the snack that packs a protein punch. For more information, visit wonderfulpistachios.com. That's wonderfulpistachios.com. All right, keep the comments coming. Smoke Dog 1982, where's the faith? Chappie had me a little nervous in the ninth, but he was nails. Yeah, got the job done. Got the job done. Michael checking in. Duran made that great catch in the ninth inning. Yeah, he did. That sinking liner. Boy, if that one drops or gets behind him somehow, they were going to be motoring. G's World. Wilyer has my vote as an all-star in right field. Hey, I don't even care if he starts. Just acknowledged. 10 home runs now, 15 last year. He's going to certainly establish a new career high in that. Thank you, G's World. Thank you, Smoke Dog 1982, giving me the thumbs up earlier. Michael as well, thank you. I got to get down here in some of these. Starting to talk about the division a little bit. Yeah, it's there. It's there for the Red Sox. They're in good shape. They really are. Dan, Sox, Yankees fighting for the division makes baseball so much better. It really does. And other markets might complain about, Yankees, Red Sox, and how much they get. But it is. It's better for baseball. And the Dodgers being solid and very good on the West Coast and the NL West, that's also one of those things too. Dan, I feel like Wilyer is going to have a season we expected out of Casas. Yeah. Yeah, remember last year, he put up good numbers. His first hit, first of 3, broke up and 0 for 13 at the plate. Want to get into numbers of the day here just a little bit. Again, I mentioned Bobby Witt Jr. Red Sox pitchers did a great job against him. He was 0 for 4 in the finale, 3 strikeouts against Giolito on Sunday, just 2 for 11 in the series. One of his hits a double, but he didn't have a single RBI, and he struck out 7 times. And remember, Crochet finished his outstanding outing on Saturday by striking out Bobby Witt Jr. in a big situation in that 7th. Red Sox now 9-4 in the final game of a series this season. Lugo, his 4th career loss. I'm sorry, his 4th loss of the season, and giving up the 2 home runs. Red Sox 7th series win of the season, 4th on the road. And again, the 5th time this year where the Red Sox have lost the opener and come back and won the series as well. I think some of those things bode well. Again, 10 one-run losses, you want to see them better in close games. And they showed that on Sunday. And again, up and down this lineup, Hamilton had to get in there. Will Middlebrooks alluded to it. Campbell has gone quiet. It'll be interesting to see where Campbell is in the lineup. Is he continuing the cleanup spot? Or does he move down again for Alex Cora and the Red Sox during this upcoming series? And it looks like we're going to see Tarek Skubal in the finale against the Tigers on Wednesday. So if you want to win that series, you really want to take the first 2 against Detroit, and that series underway on Monday night, because it's Tarek Skubal who is slated to go in the finale, and he had 32 swing and misses in a start on Friday in what was an outstanding start against the Texas Rangers. Houck, Bello, Dobbins. It'll be Dobbins against Skubal, and hopefully Dobbins can give you exactly what he gave you on Friday night in the series opener against Kansas City. Houck gets the start in game one. Jackson Jobe, young, talented pitcher for the Tigers going in game one. They are TBA for game two. Casey Mize recently on the injured list as well. So, again, Kansas City had won 7 in a row with the victory on Friday night. The Red Sox come back and cool them off with 2 victories. An impressive lopsided win on Saturday to even up the series at 1 apiece, and then the 3-1 victory on Sunday to take 2 out of 3 in the series. For the Red Sox, here's a number for you. I do not want to see the Red Sox again at 500 on the season. Now, 2 over, 22-20, and have won 4 of 5. Do not want to see 500. Do not want to see below 500 again for the Red Sox in 2025. Certainly capable of pulling that off. And maybe this is where the run really gets going. A lot of talk, Carlos Narvaez over Connor Wong. And I think Alex Cora making comments, and someone had it, might have been Lou Merlone. Narvaez is getting getting action, and deservedly so. He's getting time behind the plate. Does a nice job. He almost had a great play going over to the first base dugout near the on-deck circle on a pop-up early on in the game as he just laid out for it and couldn't make the catch. But holy cow, we would have certainly been talking about that. We're talking about an almost catch from a catcher, Carlos Narvaez. He just does a terrific job. And I think as well, the last point to make, Carlos Narvaez has done an outstanding job handling the Red Sox pitching staff. That might be the biggest feather in the cap of Carlos Narvaez right now because he's hitting. And again, gravy with what he gives you for hitting. Smoke Dog 1982. Abreu on a 40 home run pace. When he hit number 10 on Sunday, I was thinking 30 plus. He's on that pace. He may hold off. I'd like to see batting average and home runs from Willie Abreu. When I say batting average, I'll say 280 or better. 275, 280 or better for Willie Abreu. Because he's going to hit his home runs. But I think he can be a 275, 285 hitter for the Red Sox as well. Hey, again, tip of the cap to all the moms out there. Mine and my wife and my sisters, Tammy and Beth, my wife, Lauren, and happy Mother's Day to your moms and your grandmothers out there as well. Hopefully everyone was able to spend a special day in their own way on Sunday. Red Sox a special day as they pick up a 3-1 victory in Lucas Giolito, his first win in the big leagues since 2023 with the Cleveland Guardians. Game 1 of 3 with the Tigers Monday night from Detroit. Looking forward to seeing this series unfold as the Red Sox are now 2-1 on this 6-game homestand. If you can go 4-2 on this road trip, and then you're home for 10 in a row, this might be the weekend. And even the Rangers series at Fenway earlier in the week, this might be where you say the Red Sox have really put this together. They could right now, you could really, on this Sunday, as they're getting ready to get on the plane from Kansas City to Detroit, this could be a 5-game win streak and a sweep of Kansas City, but you lost in extra innings on Friday night. That loss in extra innings on Friday night is not looming as big as I thought it would over the course of this weekend, taking 2 out of 3 in the final 2. We're going to be on with you within minutes of the final out of Game 1 of the 3-game set. Royals now in the rearview mirror, and the Tigers are up next. Red Sox, Tigers, Game 1 Monday night, and we're going to be on with you within minutes of the final out with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. Locked On Red Sox, number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.